tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Today we are going to talk about how to be engaged. Okay, so I know that may not be a topic that everyone loves and enjoys, so I appreciate you clicking on this video and rocking out with your girl. So, in the age of information, by way of social media, the internet in general, and all different forms of communication and the ability to bring our community together, it has seemed that people have become less engaged, less integrated, or less interactions, or leaving them to be some fleeting, non-whimsical, haphazard process. So, many people are felt yearning for either engagement, or they don't know how to engage with fellow human beings anymore, right? They don't know how to have a face-to-face conversation. People don't look people in the eye anymore. There's less like greeting, handshake, formal attire, things of that nature. There's less, hey, let me stand up and be a decent human being if I see that you're in need of assistance. There's less of that. There's more standing around, being mundane, going through the motions, really feeding into the cyborg mentality, okay? Integrating your natural human abilities with technology. And that's not a good thing, right? There's been so many times that someone could have been saved from drowning, or saved from a fight, or saved from getting hit by a car, or being in an accident, if people were more engaged or paying attention, putting that energy into their fellow community member. So, the first thing that you have to realize is that we, as human beings, we are social beings. Sorry, my neighbor just scared the crap out of me. That's why I look that way. We are social beings, right? We are all social. We feed off of each other's energy. And that's why when there was a lot of lockdowns, you saw the spike in abuse or in suicide or just general depression and anxiety, because you were feeding off of the same energy level of certain individuals who may have been sad or brought down for whatever reason. You weren't at least getting the outside peripheral energy of people in the grocery store or at your job or at school. So knowing that you are a social being and that you give off a specific energy signature to other people will allow you to realize, hey, if I'm feeding off another person's energy, let me not be a Debbie Downer or a ditzy Dan, right? You want to allow yourself to be happy and carefree, and at least give a person a smile when you see them, or saying, hey, how are you doing? How was your day today? And keep it pushing. Not saying you have to be their best friend, but sitting down and having a conversation, even if it's 2 seconds, really helps you become more engaged. It allows you to see other people as humans. So many times people overlook things that's happening because they are disconnected from humane actions. So looking at people, realizing, hey, they have feelings just like I have. I would have enjoyed if someone did XYZ for me, so let me pay it forward, right? Something like the pay it forward system, right? That would be generous things in order to allow you to become, it's a, not, I shouldn't say generous, but it's a, like a leeway, right? It's a good way to allow yourself to become engaged in a trend, or no, I don't want to say trend because trend has a negative connotation, but you know what I'm trying to say. I can't quite get that thought, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Participating in those pay it forward systems, or let me just do this out of the kindness of my heart mentalities, allow you to continue on a path of high vibration. Thereby, when you're connecting with those other people in your community, you're giving off those high vibes, making you more desirable to be around, allowing more high vibes to come your way, right? Another way is to allow your mind to stop playing tricks on you. A lot of the time, people are like, so and so's miserable. They don't want to hear from me. Or, this isn't the way I normally do things. So I'm not going to step out my shell and do something differently. Or so and so that barely wants to talk. So who am I to try to interrupt that? Okay. You allow your mind to talk you out of certain things. It's time to let that go. Stop letting your mind talk you out of things just based off the way that you're programmed to look and conceive things. Now, of course, if someone's batshit crazy, don't go and try to engage with them. But make it your goal or your aim to allow your mind to quiet down and take that step forward and tell the receptionist good morning, or the person that you're passing every day when you go to buy your coffee, or who sits beside you on the bus. Tell them, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Okay, great. And keep it pushing, right? Allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone. All right, that's another way to become engaged. Next, realize that you are the model for what you experience. Your mind is like a computer. Your body is like a computer as well, okay? Your mind, your mind in itself, the form it is the software, and the body is the hardware. Now, the components inside of your mind, or your brain, the components inside of your brain, which make up your mind, which is broken up into even smaller parts, that is the programming, okay? So when you look at the outside world and how things are done, such as a computer or a telephone or social media, right? The words that is used to integrate that in your society, the actions, right? Liking something, loving something, reacting to something, right? Is giving you that dopamine hit in your mind as to say, okay, this is where you should be engaged at here in this technology. But if you take a moment and you ask your parents or maybe your grandparents, hey, how is it that you interacted back in the day? Writing a letter, right? You had to actually wait for something to come instead of having instant gratification. A lot of that is a art lost, but there's magic putting pen to paper. So realize that everything that's being fashioned on the outside of you is based off of you, the inside, the person, the being, the right now. And when you realize that, it allows you to realize that you are the realness, not the technology, not the social media, not the, let me film this for clout or to get go viral or something of that nature. Your being, your energetic signature is quite literally that. If everyone was to stop using social media, a social media platform, right? If you were to stop using Instagram, for instance, Instagram would tumble because they make their revenues off of you liking, you interacting, right? You looking at the ad revenue service, thereby purchasing through their links. And let's say everyone threw their backing behind melanatedpeople.net, a black-owned social media platform that interacts kind of the same way as like a Facebook, Instagram mush. That it would soar, that platform would soar because your being, your energetic signature is the reality. It is the real thing. So if everyone decided to say, you know what, that story that I'm hearing, right, this news story that I'm hearing is no longer fulfilling me, I'm no longer going to watch it and pay attention to it. And if I don't pay attention to it, I'll never know what's happening. If I don't know what's happening, then bumpkiss. It is what it is. You'll start seeing things changing. Okay, they said it's inflation. All right, well, that means more things are going to cost more money. I need to start generating more money into my home. I'm not going to stress about it because I know that I am the creator of that. I know I am the reality, not what is happening on the outside. And when you realize that, it allows you to start engaging more, not just with the outside individuals, what we've been talking about, but with yourself. You got to engage with you first before you can engage with anything on the outside. You have to know your likes, your wants, your hard lines, your limits, what it is that you're wanting to excel for, your why, your powers, your weaknesses. You have to know you first. You got to engage with you first. And when you start to engage with yourself and you know yourself, then you'll be able to start putting things out to engage with other people on a deeper level. Okay? Okay. I really hope this landed. I hope you all got it. Okay? I'll see in the comments, because y'all let me know in the comments. And then when I have no comments, I'm like, oh, it went over somebody's head. It went over their head. But that's fine. But I hope you all realize or understand what it is that I'm trying to say. You are the reality. You are the spark. Your energetic signature is what makes things tick. The hologram that we live in is being projected from you. Okay? So start to be more engaged with your community, because we are social beings and we need each other's energy in order to continue to grow and evolve. And it doesn't mean that energy of the other individual is always going to be in sync or in par with you. But even if it's a small fleeting interaction, it can be beneficial. It can give someone that dopamine hit that they're looking for instead of going to Instagram. Okay? Okay. I love you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.